All righty, everybody, welcome back to Redline Racing Network and Sunday Night Sim Racing. And alongside me here tonight, filling in for one Jeff, who is still out on maternity leave, unknown return. We got Mr. Dakota. Dakota, how are you?
Doing great, man. How about yourself?
Doing great. We're going to the wide open spaces of Kansas Raceway here tonight in the playoffs, getting ready to put it down here in the heartland. We're not bailing hay tonight. We're going about 190 mile an hour in some next gen action here. Matt Mettler not with us here tonight as he's off in real life work land. You know, that land, it's not fun lands. That land sucks. But anyway, we're going to get ready to go. Thank you, Dakota, for stepping in and helping out as I'm still on the road to recovery, if you will, and I'm not quite there yet. But we're going to do what we can and have fun. How about that?
Yes, sir.
All right, so here we go. Warm up underway. Let's talk about the thing that's important, shall we? The playoffs. Taking a look at where we're at right now in the playoff system. In the round of 12, you got Sean Anderson, Chris Cloud, Tyler W. Hunter, Diego Rodriguez, John Wilco, Ron Fitting, Tyler Hodson, Rogers, Merring, Davis, Cox, and Dylan comes into this round. Top seed here tonight, and to break it down for you, Robert Besaw out of the, he's out of the playoffs. Jeff Carson, William Knopf, and Eric has been eliminated coming into this one, so there you go. Some fast folks here going into the round of 12, man.
Yes, most definitely. I mean, Dylan Banks is always fast. Matt Cox is pretty decently fast himself. A lot of the top 8 here are pretty quick guys. I mean, this entire league's got some pretty quick people in it.
All right, really briefly, guys, we're going to break down the playoff system for you one more time if you're new. You win a race in the round, you're into the next one. You fall short of the top 12, you're done. Or the top 8, excuse me, you're done. So it's very simple, ain't it? Very, very simple. Either get in the top 8 or don't. That's what we're looking at here as we take a look at the starting lineup in Kansas. It's going to be Cody B. Johnson alongside Rogers on the front row. Row number 2, Paul Gilmore and Chris Custer. Row number 3, Davis and William Knopf. Row number 4, Brendan Muir and Matt Mackin. Row number 5 tonight, Brian Newmaker and Mr. Greg Holmes. Row number 6, Richard Pewitt and Mr. Fitting. Row number 7, Joseph Lester and Mr. Cloud. Row number 8 tonight, Brandon T. and Mr. Anderson. Rodriguez and Banks on row 9. Cox and Poland on lead row 10. Ryan there alongside Jeff Carson. And then it's Merring and Rich Jetty. Row 13, Logan and Wilco. Row 14 tonight, Herring and Ryan Samuelson. And that will be your 14 rows, 267 laps. Let's get ready to do it in Kansas here. Are you excited, Dakota?
Yes, sir. What would be your top 2 picks to win the race tonight?
Oh boy. Who's going to be my top 2 picks to go in? Oh, man. Dang, that's actually kind of interesting. I think for an upset, I would go with William Knopf. I know he's out of the playoffs, right? But that could be an upset. In the playoffs, who do I think wins here and puts themselves into the next round? Oh boy, I got to go with Rogers. Actually, I think Rogers is going to get it done tonight, put himself in the playoffs in a round of 8.
That's fair. I'm gonna go with Dylan Banks. Is always a strong choice here, and throw Tane Hoddison in there. To be honest with you, he's been doing pretty decent. He's had a few hiccups here and there, but he's got a couple wins this season, I believe.
There we go. And again, all right. So again, this round of 12, last week, New Hampshire, it was Banks getting it done. So keep that in mind. Dylan Banks went the victory lane there. You got here at Kansas and then next week at Charlotte, the Roval to end off this round. So 2 more weeks to go. Here we go. Coming through, green flag in the air. We're racing in the heartland here tonight.
As it looks like Cody's going to get a good jump off the rip and be able to pull out to the lead here.
Got to make a move here down.
Side by side for 2nd and 3rd.
Gilmore going to try to follow through in the 17. Rogers going to fit in the line. What about Knopf? What about Lester back here? Everybody's going to have to sink double file out down the back straightaway. Not run into a problem. You don't want to tear the car up here early at Kansas, get yourself aero damage. That would be bad news bears here at this type of racetrack with all the aero downforce needed.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it is definitely the first few laps is the best time to pass. It's hard once you get into a run a little way. So people are probably going to be a little aggressive the first few.
Cody B continues to be the man out front with Paul right there with Rogers in line. Then the 66 there, you see Custer and William Knopf, my upset pick. My upset pick already kind of moving forward. And caution on the racetrack. We'll take a look. Well, that didn't take long, now did it?
No, sir. No, it did not.
3 laps on the board. Let's go see if we can find who has a problem, and it's Matt Mackin. Matt, come on, man. What happened? Oh, he's still sliding sideways. Wow. Well, that happened. Let's take a look. He's got to get that thing straightened back out. If we can get it to flip back over for us. All right, there we go. Let's take a look at what happened. Turn 4, and looks like he just lost it. Collected another car, and another one barely got by. I can't tell Logan the number on that car that just slid by late. Who was that?
Let's see.
Oh, was it I see a 7. It was not Brandon. Who was that? Oh my God.
I believe that is the 98.
Holy cow. You couldn't have made that any closer. You couldn't have made that any closer if you tried. Steve.
Sir, you couldn't have put a piece of paper between them 2 cars right there.
Steve's going to need a change of drawers.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Oh, my gosh. Because here's the thing. If he gets hit right there, right? If he gets hit in the right rear, he's going to go head on the into the outside wall. No doubt. He was so close to his race being just totaled.
Only for Matt Mackin, it looks like he didn't get too much damage there. Probably about 30 or so seconds early.
He got lucky, but he was about to get collected. And on board here, as you can see, trying to get by, that car is going to be right there, right out your right side window. Holy crap, dude. That was insanity. So back up here in Never Neverland, Cody B. Johnson leading the way. So what we're going to do real quick here, man, we're going to go to commercial break. That way I can double check everything, make sure everything's working right. And we come back, we'll be ready for the restart. Tempo. So go enjoy the commercial for the brand new GT4 Mustang that came to iRacing.
We're getting ready to go green here.
All right, here we go. Let's do it. We're coming to green this time by. Back underway here at Kansas.
The inside line with an incredible jump there as the first 3 cars are almost able to get clear going into turn 1.
Good and clear right now as they work. So able to get clear like that, that is a big plus to get that car out front and pulled away.
Yes, sir. Most definitely helpful for the front three drivers there.
Kind of off back here, taking a look high above. Now we're around Brandon T back in 11th. We're able to kind of look through the field. That got tight. That was Banks that come up the hill and nearly got turned around. So Banks tried to slide into the outside, and there just about wasn't a hole to get in. That's a problem, right? When you try to slide a car where you can't get there.
It looked like he had a room and somebody else slid up in front of him a little bit there as well. Like the door closed really fast, which is just part of Kansas coming off the corners and getting tight and going up towards the wall.
Well,
As I'm keeping an eye on him back here, he just made a pass for, I believe,
that would be Banks,
eighth place.
8th place for Banks. So he's moving forward. Back up front, Cody B, you're not missing anything, B, but now he's got challenged by Rogers. 2x2x2, 4 lanes of traffic. Down the back straightaway here, and it's going to be Rogers going to get clear to the race lead, trying to play spoiler here tonight.
As the 09 car, William Kemp got a huge run down the backstretch and was able to get second as well, I believe.
Remember, Kemp outside that playoff bubble, man, but he could still get the win here tonight, and wins mean something, contrary to what people believe. Big slide up top. That's the one thing, man, I don't really like about this playoff format, is it kind of takes the wins mattering away from people, a little bit.
Well, I like this playoff format. I just kind of wish the Final Four got to battle it out over a couple different races instead of just one. I feel like that'd make the action a little better.
I do too. As you take a look, Knopf up top, Rogers there as well, continuing to be 2x2. Now it's going to be Rogers shutting the door. Knopf right there with him. And thinking about it here, 400 miles tonight, but don't forget, looming on the horizon, if you don't get it done here tonight, you got to go to the Bank of America 400 at the Charlotte Roval. That place is unforgiving.
Oh, yeah, especially with the new configuration, that sharp hairpin left turn coming onto the bank in the 3.
Dude, that hairpin's going to be wild.
Oh, yeah, I got a feeling there's going to be a few accidents there, but we'll see you next week.
Rodriguez back there in the 21. I've done run some races in that for testing in GT cars, and that was interesting. Taking a look, Greg Meering back here, Mir there as well. 12 laps on the board here tonight. And it's Rogers continuing to Roger his way out front with Knopf putting pressure. So pressure right to the back bumper. So Rogers continuing to lead. Paul, Cody, Chris, Custer, Davis, Banks, Newmaker.
Looking at some of our biggest movers here, we got Ryan Samuelson. He started in 28th, currently sitting P13. Dylan Banks started 18th, currently in 7th. Rodriguez started 17th, currently in 12th. You got Brandon T. started 15th and 11th. A couple of people just working their way up through the field currently, trying to get up towards that front spot for playoff or stage points.
There you go, stage points, playoffs. All important here. And we got a yellow on the racetrack, buddy, yet again. We'll try to figure out. Oh, we got them wrecking back here. And damage this time around. I don't think they got so lucky this time. And it was Richard in the 24. Oh, boy. Up gets free on the apron and outside wall. Oh, no.
That's not a good thing for Rodriguez there, as he got major damage to the front of his car.
Yeah, Richard does as well. I'm trying to figure out, there was another car around in front. That might have been Rodriguez.
Yeah, 21.
And then Richard comes along behind. Two separate incidences, but kind of the same outcome with both. So the 21 destroyed, which is, unfortunate, but it happens. So
Yeah, it looks like both of them got a pretty hard lick into the outside wall there.
So now what? I mean, if you're Rodriguez here, because you're going to limp this car back, you got to try to do what you can to salvage what you can. But coming in 9th seed here, this is not good. This is bad. This could put you in a must-win going into the Roval here in a week. Oh man,
His best bet is going to be try to get as much damage as he can fixed at a time per caution here. Hopefully hopefully he's able to get a few more cautions and such as the run goes on here.
Levi Poland on pit road with that black or meatball flag as well, but not as big a deal for Levi as it could be here for Rodriguez, I don't think.
Yeah, that is true, but still, at the end of the day, everyone's out here trying to get a good finish and show themselves, so it still hurts for Levi.
I feel bad here because this puts Diego in a. I think I'm guessing he'll be probably 10th, 11th when we leave here, most likely, depending on when the car gets fixed.
It depends on if he wants to put himself a lap down or not. I believe he's going to be starting in the back of the field, probably about 26th, 25th. But if I was him, I'd get as much damage as I could. I might even eat the lap and go a lap down here.
What scares me is that motor okay, right? Because he hit dead on. If the motor's not okay, that's a whole nother issue. And he's already 1 lap down. I mean, so he's probably not getting stage points in stage 1. We know that.
No, sir, but he might get lucky and be able to get his damage fixed and come back later. Maybe get his laps back and be able to get in for a chance to win.
He's gonna need some luck to go his way.
Yeah.
So lights off on the pace car, 17 laps in. If you're just joining us, already playoff problems for a playoff contending driver here tonight at Kansas. On the other end of the spectrum, you got Rogers out front with Gilmore behind him, and then of course Banks and Custer. Man, I was not expecting that.
I just want to point out Banks and Custer just drove all the way through the field and currently sitting 4th and 5th, I believe. No, 3rd and 4th.
3rd and 4th, yes.
Oh, my bad. Banks and Lister, not Custard.
Yeah.
They're currently sitting 4th and 5th. There we go.
There we go. It'll work itself out.
Yeah, one of these days I'll quit being a little dingy. It'll come out.
We are ready to roll. And again, we'll get them back up to speed here. Lap 17 here tonight from Kansas. We got a long way to go in stage 1. What's your thoughts on what we've seen already tonight?
My thoughts are, I believe the drivers need to calm down a little bit and quit trying to push the hearts early. It's a long race. You got plenty of time. But one costly mistake like what just happened a minute ago can run your whole night and leave you in a must-win situation next week, which is going to be even harder.
Yes, sir. And here we go, working our way through. Let's do it. Stage break at lap 80 and 165 tonight. So we got about 60 laps in stage 1 remaining before we start giving out some points here and start tallying it up as we go along.
As you see Banks going on the inside of the 17 here, going into 3.
Oh, that's tight. That's big time tight. He's going to get clear. Custer going to try to follow through. He's like, sorry, man, coming through 3 wide at the edge of your screen. We'll take a look at that as well as they all circle back to turn 1. That was around Cox and Logan. They were 3 wide back here. They got it settled out back up near the front. Custer still digging on the bottom. There's a lot of cars able to dig the bottom right now.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. As that's going to be key to trying to save your tires tonight, is running the bottom as long as possible.
You know, I always was under the impression that the top was easier on tires. Is it the opposite, you think?
I believe with this new tire model, it seems like the bottom is a little better for your tires, but I could be wrong, to be honest.
What do you got to do? Kind of back your corner up and do it that way?
You can kind of back your corner up, stay a partial way through the throttle, and kind of carry your momentum through the corner and drive off pretty hard, as long as you're kind of straightening your wheel up on the exit. But it really depends on if you're side by side or not.
Look at the 81 right there. Just saw it out the edge of our screen there, out of turn 2. The back of the car stepped out. He gathered it up. It's going to let the Marrying by. And Fitting's going to have a pretty good run to the back bumper.
We got a battle going on for the lead here between the 44 and the 78, I believe.
There we
Or the 70.
go. Clear for Rogers and crossover. Wow, that was an aggressive crossover
Oh, yeah.
for it being 21 laps in. Because those crossovers can get you in trouble.
Seems like Mr. Banks is ready to be in the lead and trying to pull away from everybody here, but the 44 is definitely not making it easy for him. As Paul Gilmore is currently third and trying to catch up to these two, loving to see him battle here.
There we go. It's Chris. It's Brandon. Right there side by side. Nice battle. The 18 way up the hill. Slides up way high.
As it looks like Lester tried to go to the inside of Custer there and got the block.
Yeah, the old blockaroni there for a moment. One car in the wall off of 2 just behind them. They'll gather it back up again. Trying to get into having a little bit of a long run spell here tonight in Kansas. There's the 18 up top. Oh, that's going to get tight. That's going to be big tight. Nice job keeping it off one another. And problems. Spoke too soon. And who is that going to be? Logan. And we got Logan around on the front straightaway and a couple more. Let's take a look at what happened. Into 3 and 4. 39 and Logan in the middle of the racetrack.
It's like someone in front of him got an incident. I believe it'd be the 56.
Oh, nowhere for Logan to go. Oh my gosh, the 77 of Rich Jetty, and calamity strikes again. Rich is pretty well destroyed.
It looks like Brian Newmaker got a pretty hard hit there as well.
Oh no. The 71's alongside that 29. And then they're going to come up off, and the car's going to get free in front of him. Nothing he could do. And I'm counting at least 5, 6, 7 cars absolutely demolished. That's not what you want to see.
You know who's loving to see this? The playoff drivers that are currently not involved in it, though.
Yes.
As that helps their day out, makes it a lot easier for them currently.
Update on Rodriguez. He's still on pit road, 10 laps down. So this wrecking in front of him is going to help if he can get back out there and get some of those spots back.
Do we know for sure if he is in got a blown motor or something?
From what I'm being told is he does not, so that's a positive sign. Brian Newmaker does, however, have a meatball flag. So his night might be pretty much over as well. Like I said, all you can do is sit there and get it fixed, right? There's no point to come back out before it's fixed. We got a little bit of pit strategy as well on pit road. Here we go with a little bit of pit strategy.
As it appears, Cody Johnson decided to stay out and not take tires. And
so Cody, William, Cox, all going to stay out, your top 3. Everybody else on pit road.
we need to ask, is this going to play out in their favor later? Is that extra set of tires going to help? Is it going to matter?
It depends on how this race goes, right? I can see a world where it helps, but I could also see a world where it doesn't matter.
It really depends on the way, like you said, the way the race goes. We keep having cautions every few laps, I mean, it gives time for the tires to cool off a little bit and all that, and some different strategies to be played. But
you're really not going to know for a while.
Yeah, that is very true.
Unfortunately. All right, we're 27 on the board, bud. Getting ready to go back to green once again after a rash of cautions continue. And side by side will be Cody B and Mr. William Knopf on the front row. Overall, pretty good race today, though.
Yeah, there's been some good 2x2, 3 wide action so far, but I got a feeling as the race goes on, the track starts to cool off and stuff, we'll start seeing some more bold moves that are able to stick.
Right? Yeah, I think so. This is going to be good here, I
Temp's
think.
currently 107, so I imagine it's pretty slick out there for these guys.
Yeah, it is. I wonder if it's going to cool off later on, though.
Hang on, we're not going green.
And they're going to call off the restart here. So we're not going green quite yet. So we'll get ready to do it all over again in just a moment. So, folks, just stand by with me for a second and we'll get ready to roll. All right, back, everybody. As we are ready to go. You ready to do it, Dakota?
Yes, sir.
Man, this should be good. I might bump you up a little bit. Ready to go. Let's go green. Turn
Looks like
4.
William Kemp is going to lead us off to the green flag here as he gets a pretty good jump on the inside, leaving everybody in the dust. Looks
Yeah,
like the, I believe Cox, that is, did not get such a great restart following him through there, but the outside line is able to maintain.
Yeah, still 2x2 off the corner as well. They're going to dig down the back straight away. Nice job. The 18 going to try to come down, try to maybe pinch the 32 off just a little bit there. Nice. Nope. Caution. Well, cautions breed cautions.
Let's see what happened this time here through the field.
Oh, man. Sean Rockin' Rogers outside wall. Oh, no. Two playoff cars into 3 and... Oh, man. The 66 involved. And here we go. Another multi-car incident. Chris Custer involved. Davis involved. And look at Davis's car. The whole back end's broke on that thing, Dakota.
Sir, trying to get to that right there. We go.
I'm trying to count how many playoff cars we have now with major damage. Wow. The 3.
I believe there's 4 total so far. It's got pretty good damage on them. Looks like 1's out of the race.
Yeah, and I can tell you right now from experience, that broken tire that you saw there, that's about 13 minutes or so to repair, which is not good.
Yeah. Hopefully they didn't get a meatball from that, though. That'd be the... As it appears, we have Davis and Kemp with blown motors at the moment. Oh, you know who this helps out? Some might consider him an underdog, but Mr. Ron Fitton currently sitting right at the bubble area, and a couple of these playoff drivers going out is definitely helping him out tonight, as he has minor front end
Yeah,
damage, it appears, as well.
yeah, but the trouble with some of these guys, man, it's yeah. And if I'm looking, we've got a lot of cars on pit road with damage. A lot.
Oh yeah. Seems like it's been a small dogfight tonight. Everybody trying to go 3 wide and making some not the best decisions, I think personally, but like I said earlier, you got to get those positions early here, or you're just kind of stuck in traffic.
So again, they're gonna get caught back up to the iRacing pace car. Cody B will lead them to green. So this is working out well for some, not so much for others.
100%.
Because if I look in the top 5 or 6 cars, you'll only see just a couple of yellow banners here.
I believe that would be Matt Cox and Dylan Banks. He's currently sitting in 3rd and 4th. You got Claude in 7th, and the only other person in the top 10 in the playoffs would be Anderson, who's currently P9.
And think about it this way: Banks got the win as well, so he's already banked his way into the playoff or round of 8. So he's in
Yeah,
good
but
shape.
another win would keep potentially someone that he doesn't want moving on to the next round from moving on. You never know.
Not to mention the bonus points that carry through with you.
That as well. That is very true.
So we're back at it in Kansas, 33 complete in stage 1. If you're just
Cody
joining
Johnson's
us,
able to get a huge jump here.
yeah, he's gone. And again, if you're just joining us, it's kind of been a dogfight, if you will, early. The 17 gonna suck up to the back bumper onto the apron. That always makes me nervous when you do that.
As it appears Banks was able to pass Matt Cox for 3rd place here.
I tell you what, Banks continuing to move forward.
Seen a little wiggle of the 18 of Brandon there, coming off a 2.
And
Wonder if he's having issues with being loose.
Brandon's working a really weird line. He's going in high, trying to cut it down low. He'll get to the outside of Cody. But when you try to cut a car down like that, that's where the car starts to step out on you.
Oh yeah, he could be potentially eating his right front up a little bit here doing that as well.
Well, right now it's not going to matter. He's going to go to the race lead off of turn 2, trying to clear. Banks will drive it back to the bottom, but I think off turn 4, the momentum will go to Brandon, and he will be your new race leader here in Kansas. Good job. Sorry, I had to throw that in there as a jab.
As it appears, Banks was able to follow Brandon through, and Cody seems to be dropping back. I don't know if he's saving tire, if he's just lost a little bit of pace on these short runs here.
Yeah, again, I wonder if it's kind of a tire thing.
Yeah, then again, I don't believe he did take tires earlier, so that could have something to do with it. As it appears, Banks is going for a pass for the lead here.
And clear the line.
Able to clear Brandon.
Nice. That's a great battle out front. 5 race cars under a blanket.
Don't look now, but it appears Justin Lester is making moves and getting his way up towards the front as well.
So as we're seeing this unfold, who do you think is going to be strong long into this race?
I'm gonna have to go with our playoff drivers here. Banks and Cox will probably both be pretty fast. I mean, Johnson's been towards the front so far almost the entire race, but I really need to see a good, strong green flag run before I can say anything concrete. We have unfortunately not had a really long green flag run yet, so it's hard to say 100%.
It's hard to really decide, right, without a long green flag run to see what everybody's playing with.
But right now, it kind of looks like Paul Gilmore's got some pretty good speed as he was able to pass Joseph Lester there. I believe he just passed for second place as well. So he's working his way up towards the front.
And continuing to move forward, doing a well of a job of it. Ryan Samuelson, Cox, Brandon, Anderson, Cody, Banks out front, continuing to hold right now. And take a look here. Rodriguez back out here in the 21. Got that damage fixed. 21 laps down. But he stands to gain at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots at least if he can keep rolling. That's 5
He's gonna have to hope a couple more people get some meatballs so they can get a little bit better points for the night, not have to worry as much going into next week.
But think about it. He's going to pass Davis at this rate. He'll pass Rich, Brian Newmaker at this rate. So, yeah, he's making up some.
Back up here and check on the lead.
Banks still leading right now. Joseph Lester. Brandon T to his outside. Going to roll the outside line, trying to gain back. Whoa, Brando, hang on to that pony. That car got out of shape.
One thing I will say about this track is getting in the lead is amazing because you don't have to deal with the dirty air. The draft makes it hard to pull away from anybody completely, but the dirty air here is just very killer if you know how to use it properly.
Yeah, it's dirty air can be a real problem if you know what you're doing.
It'll make the person behind you get tight as hell coming off of the corner. I'm gonna go look towards the back here for a minute.
Taking a look on board. Cox, Brandon, Anderson, Meering, Greg, Rogers, Cloud, Fitting right there. Back here as well. Steve Herring also. Way back here, Logan, Matt Mackin right there.
Looking back through the field, it seems like everyone's got single filed out for the most part. We're probably going to get a pretty decent green flag around here as long as nobody gets loose and splits up on the corner here.
Yes, sir. .44 complete. So again, I'm sitting there thinking, doing math in my head, right? Stage points wise. If you can just get up inside the top 10 with, we got a problem for Greg Holes. No caution, but the 78 slow on the bottom. We'll wait to see if race control wants to put it out. Let's take a look. He toes. So we're not going to have a yellow, but the 78 Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boats machine going to run into an issue at lap 45. He got free down the back. Oh, something broke on that race car. Almost like the steering wheel walked left. What in the world?
Wondering if he had an issue with the steering wheel popping off and disconnecting.
That's exactly what that looked like. Oh, man, that's unfortunate. Watch this car, because look at the front tires. They're just going to turn left. Yep. Bye.
Very often, but occasionally, sometimes the wheel won't lock down, and you'll be in the middle of a race, and it'll pull right off of the hub there.
Well, there you have it. And unfortunately for him, too, no yellows. So that's going to hurt, too. Oh,
it looks like we got a battle going on for 6 back here. Somebody else in the wall.
Yep, that's Ryan in the fence. He'll get down out of the way. Good job, Ryan. Good heads-up maneuver. Take a look. This car is going to get free here in a moment. He gets in the wall, man, but he keeps it up there and out of everybody's way. That's really, and yellow's out, so we'll check that in a moment as we take a look at what's happening here. And we'll go back live. And oh no, it's Ryan again. What happened?
like he just got loose on the apron here, trying to get out into the pit road.
We were bragging on him about that save, and then I guess it damaged the car.
We call that commentator's curse.
Yeah, it broke the car and then gets the apron, and whoa! So lucky if the guys coming by didn't get collected as well. Man,
Yeah,
that could have been a lot
very
worse.
close call there. As Matt Mackin barely squeezed by.
All right, we're getting deep into the stage, man. The guys out front, 23 laps on tires. Do you come down here and get tires, or do you try to hold out?
Well, let's see.
It's 30
I
to go in
believe
stage
they
one.
already pit. I probably wouldn't come down and get another set of tires. I'd probably just stay out on what I have here. But I'm not the best with strategy, so there's no telling what these drivers are going to do here.
I'm a steering wheel holder. I'm not a strategist.
I just turn left, bud. That's about the best I can do.
Yeah, don't try to get me to strategize. That's a bad idea. Every time I pull a strategy, it bites me in the butt. So, I quit trying.
Fair enough, as it looks like the leaders are going to come down and take some fresh stickers.
Yep. So there we go. Don't beat yourself, I guess.
As it looks like Anderson actually stayed out there.
Let's see how that works out.
Here, as it looks like most people are going to be taking 4 tires and getting their fuel topped off.
Very interesting.
Maybe 1 or 2 tire stops here as well.
So again, a little bit of strategy play.
I believe Cody Johnson only took 2 tires here.
So Cody too. Staying
Looks like
out.
he was able to gain him a couple spots there.
Let's see if we can talk to Anderson here, because he's going to stay out. That's a very, very bold move. If I can get him down here. And I'll find him in Discord.
I can work on that for you.
Appreciate it.
I don't appear to see him in a voice comm with his team, so I don't think we're going to be able to drag him at the moment.
That's unfortunate. I'd have loved to have been able to grab him. So as we can see, lights out on the pace car, and we'll get ready to go. And you can see right now it's going to be Anderson, it's going to be B, Maring, and then Cox, Paul, right there as well. Yeet. We can get ready to go back green.
Coming to the restart zone this time, the 76 of Anderson will have the lead and set everybody off on this restart.
All right, we'll send them off once again as we prepare. Let's do it, buddy. See what we got. Anderson leads back to green right now.
Although Cody Johnson was able to get a pretty good restart on the outside there as well.
Look at how small the field looks now compared to when we started.
Oh, yeah. Quite a bit of cars out currently. Looks like from 20th back is currently out of the race.
Take a look right now. Rodriguez up to 20th right now. He's 2 laps off of Greg Holes, who's on pit road, so that'd be another spot. And
here's Cody's having some issues as he just lost about 4 spots there.
And that's going to get interesting.
Dylan Banks able to take back over the lead there as Sean Anderson did not pit for tires.
Yeah, that call, I don't think it's going to work the way he planned it.
Well, he might be strategizing for later in the race. I'm not quite sure how many sets of tires they have currently. Let me pull up YouTube and look at the comments in case anyone's asking any question.
Right to the bottom there, they'll cut the tri-oval. Two by two behind them. Nice work. Very interesting where we stand right now. Banksy continuing to lead with Anderson. Then Paul side by side. Paul clear. It's a nice job. 55 of 267. Banks out front. Here comes the 17 trying to get a run. Paul gonna cross over. Paul trying to draw even. Nice job, 2 by 2. Little door banging.
70's going to get a pretty good run using the outside there, but is he going to be able to hold on to the lead? As the 17's pretty quick on short run speed here.
Yeah, and he's almost side by side, almost to the door now. Able to really pick it up right now. 2 by 2. They're doing the best they can, man, to give each other enough room to where they don't make a mistake and destroy a race car.
And this is allowing Joseph Lester to start to catch up here, and he might be able to get into the fret and maybe possibly send it 3 wide or get a pass.
Oh, that's tight off the corner. They gave each other just enough room not to wreck each other. Oh, they're still giving room. Great side-by-side racing, man. They're just given just enough room.
Oh, yeah, definitely some very good drivers in here that know the limits of the cars. As Sean Anderson, who took no tires on that last stop, is still holding on to 4th position as well. He's doing pretty good.
Banks continuing to lead. Paul right there as well. And what do you do here if you can't get clear and you're just kind of stuck side by side like this?
Well, eventually somebody's either going to start burning their tires up or somebody's just going to give and yield the position and wait for the other person to slip up to try to get around them again. But knowing both of these drivers, it's probably going to be whoever makes the first mistake.
Yeah, and who will that be in this scenario? We don't know, right? Because both these guys are so good at what they're doing. That inside, though, I got to think that's wearing tires. Being on the inside like that and just driving it in deep, that has to wear your tire. And Paul, Banks, neither one giving each other any room. Oh, contact. Man, they're still digging. Dude, I'm in shock. This is wild and finally clear. '62 complete.
Here's the top 3. You have pulling away from the entire field here. Making a statement at the moment, and they're trying to settle this race just between them 3 currently for the stage.
Chris taking a look at Rogers. Mr. Rogers in the ride. Brandon. Paul continuing to pull. Paul Gallimore pulling Banks here. But you said it, Joseph's starting to chew into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, it appears like he's starting to gain speed as the round's going on with them two being side by side. They were slightly burning up their tires racing each other, so that might give Lester a small advantage to be able to catch up here and possibly put himself in the fray in the next few laps.
The problem is we're closing in on 68, which will be the end of stage 1. So does he have enough time to get there and take advantage of it?
I don't know, but we will find out here shortly.
Lap
It actually starting to appear he's
65.
starting to fall back off here.
Yeah, he is. He's starting to back up. That's one of them deals you start to realize you're not going to get there, and you just start to back up.
As there is a small battle back here going on for fourth, it looks like Brandon's trying to hold off Anderson for the fourth spot, and Wilco's right behind them trying to find a way to get himself involved as well.
Rogers, 8, Cody, Wilco. There's Wilco. 66 on the board. Nice job and against Paul up top. They're going to look right around that P4 battle. Brandon T, here he comes. He's going to put the pressure on Anderson into 3. Or, not easy, does it? Oh, Brandon's backpedaling hard, man. Can Brandon even hold on to a stage point here? Because here comes Rogers. He's going to be 9th here, coming to the white flag in the stage. And then Cloud, if he keeps backing up, dude, he might not even get a stage point.
I believe he's going to be able to hold on to about 9th or 10th here, as Brandon Meyer would have to pass him as well. And they're coming out of 4.
I think we're 1 to go right here in the stage. Oh boy. T's up top. Here comes Cloud. Cloud gonna work the bottom. That's 9th and 10th. I think you're right. He's gonna be okay for at least 1 stage point. But we'll see how this pans out off of turn 4. Oh boy, out front, there is your stage winner. Meanwhile, the battle for 10th, Brandon's gonna get 10th. Mir's gonna miss out stage by a scotch. Man. Pretty sure it was 68 or was it 69? Most positive it said 68. Let me go look. That might change because no caution. And coming through, Brando right there. 70 on the board right now. I'm going to go double check this real quick. There's still no caution. This is interesting. Or excuse me, it was lap 80. My apologies. I was 10 laps early. Right. That's my fault. I misread.
That's all good, brother. It happens.
So,
it looks like Brandon was able to get back by quad.
Well, that being said, Brandon T is not going to get stage points. He's back to 12th.
Seems to be falling off pretty bad. I'm wondering if he pushed the car too hard the first few laps and burned his tires up.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
Anderson back up into 3rd here. Trying to run down the leaders, 2 seconds back.
Anderson trying to roll.
Cody Johnson holding a respectable 5th on 2 tires here.
70, and really doing a good job doing that. Cody B, Joseph Lester. Here comes Rogers as well.
But it looks like Paul and Banks here just class of the field currently is they've got a 2-second gap on the entire field all the way back to third here.
You think Banks has got something for the end of the stage here though for Paul?
Man, if you ever have to question if Banks has something, you're in the wrong mindset. That boy can drive.
Oh, yeah, I know he can drive. Does he have enough time?
Let's see what they got. Another
About 6
about
laps.
5 laps before the stage.
Yeah.
Coming to 5 to go. Yeah, he's got plenty of time. He's slowly reeling them back
Oh, he
in
got in a
here as he
wall.
makes a small contact with the wall there.
You don't want to do that too much.
That is for sure. Just any bit of front end damage here will make your car plow coming out of the exit of the corner.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to knock the front end off. Hard into turn 1. He'll be in his tire tracks right now. Hashtag Team No Lift. Am I right? He's trying to get that car as close to him as possible here.
I will say though, if Anderson had more time, he's closed the gap by 0.3 so far within the past 2 laps towards the leaders here.
Right? Be interesting.
As he appears to have a pretty good long run car himself.
So interesting to how you handle this here. Late into a stage run here. You know, that always does interest me as you see Fitting back here battling right now for positioning with, who was Fitting there? Oh, that was a lap car. He was getting around. Herring, there is Holes. Steve, Brandon T into the 10th, trying to hang on for one stage point. '78 this time by. So again, it's 78.
This long green flag run will be good for the drivers here as they'll be able to make some adjustments after being able to feel what their car needs. It appears we had 2 drivers blow their motor just a second ago here. Let's go.
Yeah, how easy is it to have that happen with damaged race cars where it just kills the motor?
It's pretty easy at some tracks. You can just hit the wall and that'll be the end of that. I mean, I've barely hit the wall and gotten 10 minutes of damage, and then there's been times where I've hit the wall at 200 miles an hour straight on and been able to keep driving. As it appears, if you go back and look here, Joseph Lester got loose on the backstretch and hit the wall, I believe, but no caution was brought out.
So that's going to pretty much do him in as we're coming to the end of stage here at the end of this lap. So right now, Paul and Banks, your top 2 lap traffic right in front of your leader. But Paul Gilmore going to go to the top to get around the 1 car. Coming to the green and white checkered here. It's Paul going to get it. Banks second, Anderson, Cox, Cody B, Rogers, Wilco, Claude, T, and Herring. Your top 10. Folks, we're going to
Brandon T able to claw his way back up for a 9th. Not too bad.
Nice job. All right, we're going to do a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll be ready for stage 2.
Yeah, I forgot I was there. All
All
good,
right.
man.
Everybody, we are back. Sorry about that extended break there, but it's Paul out front right now. Rogers in second as they run at the moment. So again, back at it here for stage 2, bud. This should be a heck of a stage.
Yes,
Very
sir.
interesting how this works out.
Unfortunately, here it looks like Mr. Banks has had some kind of connectivity issues or a blown motor or something, as he is not currently running.
Right? What do you think of the way that first stage went?
I think after the caution was done, we had some, or after the cautions were done, we had some pretty good racing. I mean, there was some good side-by-side action at Battle Run for the lead and a couple good battles back in the pack. But we really got to see that some people are struggling on a longer run versus others. So hopefully they were able to get some adjustments made and able to maintain a better long run on this second stage here.
I would agree with that statement. Yeah, so I think we're going to see the same thing, right? Just a little cleaner run this time through. I think with less cars, we're going to see a lot of green flag racing.
This definitely is. It seems like everybody here is single filed out for the most part already, as the run just started here for the second stage.
Yeah, they're already pretty well spreading themselves out here, which is not necessarily a bad thing. So, what would you do if you're one of these drivers here in this scenario?
Well, me, being as I'm not in the playoffs, I would probably just relax and cruise and try to make it to the end of the race so I have a chance to possibly win. But being in the playoffs, I would probably try to get at least in the top 10 so I can get some stage points if possible and just set myself up to be in a better position for later in the race.
Right, just kind of run it forward, right, until you get to that point where you
Yeah, just
feel comfortable.
the main thing is just taking your time and not getting yourself involved in a bad situation that's going to ruin your race.
We got a long way to go, so I mean, to your point, just like you said, just don't get yourself in trouble. Anderson back here, Maring back here as well. And so smooth at the moment, at least, for the time being.
Just a few updates on how the race is going. We currently only have 14 cars on the lead lap, with 15th being 4 laps down. And the leader is 8 seconds ahead of 14th place so far currently, as the run is going on.
Yeah, that's interesting how that's working out.
Seems like Paul Gallimore has a pretty fast car today.
Yeah, he really does. He really has a good car.
And Rogers, that last run was holding pretty respectable. I believe Anderson took no tires on the last run we had before stage, and he was able to finish, I believe, 5th. So, I mean, some of these
Correct.
guys have got some pretty solid long run cars, and some of them's got some really good short run speed here. So it's going to be interesting how it plays out towards the end of the race.
Yeah, I would agree with that. We got a little bit of time before we get there, but yeah, you're correct. This is going to play out very, very interesting by the time we do get to the end of this race. And right to the bottom. And I think what you said about tires is playing true right now. A lot of guys just rolling the bottom of the racetrack.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Mary Anderson, Brandon T, just all of these guys just inside, taking care of your tires, not doing anything crazy right now, and understanding they got a long way to go.
To answer the question you had earlier about the track temp is going to go down or not, we are currently sitting at 106 Fahrenheit on the track temp from 108, so it is going down. And looking at the weather here, the air temperature is going to drop another 2 degrees or so before the end of the race, so that might play a factor too on some of the people that have a looser setup.
Yeah, it going down, does it make you looser, tighter? What does it tend to do?
Well, in most cases, with the track temp being this high, as the track temp goes down, you tend to tighten up a little bit so the car's more stable going through the corner. So it's kind of proactive to run a looser set and be a little loose at first and kind
Work it
of
that
let the
way.
car tighten up over itself.
Yeah, yeah, I get you, man. Pretty good idea, actually. I like it, man. I like it. Maybe I should just hire you to be my crew chief.
Oh no, I'm definitely would not be a good crew chief.
Take a look right there,
You know
two by
what you need to do,
two.
bud? You need to hit the pace car. You wanna know why? 'Cause you hit every damn thing else out there.
Yeah, that's
There's a crew
accurate for
chief.
me. Just saying.
Oh no.
That is totally accurate, man.
Looks like we got a little battle going on here for sixth place as they got single filed out. Not really a lot of action going on through the field here currently.
Not really at all, actually.
We can go through here and admire some of the paint jobs right quick if you'd like.
Yes, sir. Some beautiful looking cars out through here. I like that number one machine, man. I always like to look at that race car. And
As
caution.
we had a caution, let's see if we can find what happened here. It looks like Logan, the 39, was involved.
All right, let's take a look at the problem. See if we can figure out what caused the issue here for Logan.
Looks like he just got loose coming out of two and was unable to save it and brought into the wall.
Yep, lost it mid corner and never saved it. And there you go. Outside
Oh,
wall. Caution back out, and he about got drilled.
Steve Herring with a pretty good dodge there as he was able to get around him and not get any damage in the 98
Let's
Chevy.
let's point out Rodriguez here. He's up to 17th, man.
Yeah, especially after he's went 21 laps down with a load of damage at the start of the race. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's playoff saving right there at its finest.
That is one thing about these races. Never disconnect and try to go as long as you can because you never know if anyone else is going to DNF for the day.
There we go. So pit road busy. Rodriguez down. Rogers on pit road. Paul.
I didn't know Claude was running a different paint this week. That threw me off.
Yeah, that did me too as well, just a little bit.
I'm used to him having that Monster Energy.
Yeah, it threw me
Paul.
off just a little bit too, buddy.
Looks like Paul's going to win the race off pit road. Matt Cox is going to get a jump over Rogers here coming off of pit road as well. Anderson's able to keep fourth. Cody stayed out, so he will take over the lead here, I believe. That or he took two tires during the pit stop.
I'll take a look here. Cody
Like he
out
took right sides
front.
only.
Yeah,
Cody
he
B.
grabbed
Jones.
right. Yep.
Be
That's an
interested to see
interesting
how that
call.
plays out here. Two tires is actually a lot stronger here than a lot of people realize in most cases, but I don't know how it's going to work on a really long run here.
Well, is it better to try it now than later, though?
Oh yeah, this most definitely not going to hurt him to try it now because he's been up towards the front all night, so he could definitely get back up there if need be.
Try it now, see what it's going to do. That way you know what it'll do later on in the night if you need to do it again, right?
Sir.
It's better to have
Sounds like a good
information than
plan.
no information.
Yeah, I'm one to try to save fuel in the middle of the race and ends up messing me up later, but I like to have my data just in case.
Your dad, I like TJ Majors.
It's like quad. Ron Fitton will move up a couple positions here. After that pit stop. As we're starting to see more playoff drivers getting into the top 10 here. Got about
Yeah.
4, close to 5 in the top 10 here versus earlier only having about 2. So that's pretty good here.
Just kind of trying to let it all sort out. Green flag in the air. Let's go. Big time
Cody
jump
dropped
out
straight to the
front.
apron,
Yeah, he jumped it
letting
big.
everybody by.
Oh boy.
Interesting. Wonder if he's got some kind of strategy cooking there as he lets everybody by and drops to the apron.
Very interesting one. Well, let's see if he can recover from that later on, because that's a very interesting one. Meanwhile, side by side out for P2 with Paul and Anderson Cox right there as well.
Says Cox will take over the lead here. It looks like Anderson's going to get a run. And he's blocked by the 17 coming out of 2.
Big time block.
How many more of those do you think he'll take before he just moves the 17 out of the way?
Probably not many. Not many at all, most likely.
Yeah, it's too early in the race to be blocking like that. You definitely don't want to be making enemies this early.
I mean, you can do it, but it'll get you back at the end usually.
Oh yeah, that is definitely for sure. Looks like the 17 is going to be able to get a run for the lead here. Cox is holding the bottom as they're side by side coming out of 4. Looks like Paul Gallimore might be able to clear him here. Not fully.
No, not quite.
Because Matt Cox got a really good run coming out of 4 on that bottom line.
Oh,
there.
yeah, he did. Big run coming that up through here as well. Take a look at him digging.
Paul made slight contact with the wall there, but it don't look like it affected him much.
Oh, very, very, very slight. Oh, not bad.
We got the 44 of Rogers making a pass for 4th place.
Oh, that
Side by
lead.
side for the lead here.
That lead, though, that battle is not going away.
Oh yeah, both of them drivers want the clean air and want to be out front as it's advantageous. Seems like Matt Cox might have a slight edge here on the bottom though.
Nice job, side by side. Big dig.
As the 44 Rogers is actually working on getting 3rd place here from the 71 of Brandon Meyer.
Nice.
He's able to clear coming out of 2 there as he's looking to try to get his way up towards the lead here.
There's the 44. There's Cox. .108 this time by. Man, those two still going at it.
Cody Johnson working his way back up through the field. I believe he's going to be in 10th position now after he dropped back and gave up the lead there.
And big shove out there, nice and tight. There, Paul finally getting clear as well.
He's going to be happy about that too, as he's able to have the clean air and be able to maintain the lead most likely over Cox here.
And he is gone like a freight train.
Oh, is that the 18? 18 just wiped out on the back stretch and went to the inside wall and hit it there.
Oh, man,
No
that's
caution right now.
Brandon T. No yellow, but that car trying to get it straightened out. Let's
Very
take a look.
bad damage on the left front.
Let's take a look at what happened.
It appears he will keep going and be able to continue the race, but he might have to come down for some repairs.
Oh, yeah, destroyed it. Dang. Not what you want to
Not what
see.
he was hoping for tonight, that is for sure.
Not at all. Bad news bears. So once again, Paul, Cox, Rogers, Anderson, all in line, all digging for all they can right now. As you see Cox up to second now, Rogers into third, Brandon fourth, then Anderson fifth, then the AAA machine of Claude back there in sixth, Wilco seventh, B in eighth, Meering and Steve, all your top 10.
I was having a really good night tonight running. Currently running P6 as he normally is running. I mean, he normally runs well, but like P6 currently sitting at a good spot for him.
Nice work.
Cody Johnson working his way up back through the field after letting everybody by back in the P8. Not bad at all. That is definitely for sure.
Yes, sir.
Looks like Paul's starting to put a pretty good gap on everybody, about a half a second ahead as after he got to the lead here.
So again, you gotta save.
That is true, as this looks like it's probably going to be the longest green flag run we've had all night, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna be the same thing.
Next stage should be at what, lap 160?
Yeah, 160.
They currently have 45 more laps until stage.
So again, let's do a bit of crank it up. What do you think?
That sounds fine with me, buddy.
All right, here we go. Crank it up for just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Ready to go yet again as you listen to them crank it up. That was a lot of fun, Miss, to listen in there, man.
Oh yeah, it's always nice to be able to hear the cars. The cars as they're driving close to the wall and all that, and you've been able to hear the reverberation off the wall.
Yeah,
All fun.
it's kind of crazy to listen to, honestly.
Oh yeah.
How that sound echoes like you were talking about. Oh, outside wall for Rogers just a bit. Got into it pretty hard.
look at the front of the car, see if you got any damage there, as it looks very minor, just a couple of scrapes. Hopefully that won't affect them too much there.
And got into it pretty hard. Knocked the front end on it really, really hard. Taking a look here. Daggone, that right front fender does not look great. Oh, look at them dig side by side right now. They are digging, bud.
Oh yeah, they're definitely getting it right now, as it looks like Cox is going to be able to pass them back. Warner and Paul Galmore there was burning his stuff up a little earlier, and Cox was able to save tire there and get back around him. As it appears, he's just put a pretty good gap on him already after he's passed him there.
Yeah, very interesting how that's playing out here.
Like Rogers is going to be able to get around him too, possibly on the inside here.
Yes, he is. There he goes. He'll scoot on by. Boot scooting boogie.
Right on the apron. Looked like Rogers caught a little bit of the apron there and lost some momentum coming down the backstretch.
Well, losing that momentum sucks, right? It takes you a minute to get it back.
Oh yeah, it's probably going to take him at least a full lap to be able to get back up to full speed, but it seems like he recovered pretty good here. This is coming into 3 and 4.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing, right? It takes a little bit of time.
Matt Cox is putting a pretty good gap on everybody here, and that he's gotten to the lead. Paul still holding steady at second. So everybody's single filed out for the most part here.
Very interesting how you start to single file out.
Oh yeah, this is one of those tracks where you really don't want to be side by side unless you absolutely have to, in my opinion. The track's a little deceiving with how wide it is in the corners and stuff.
Well, right now they're all handling it decently well. Anderson. Cox. Paul. Brandon. Pod. Wilco, and here comes Cody B as well. Man, very good driving here tonight for everybody.
For the most part, that is for sure. As remember, Cody is only on 2 tires, by the way, and he's still holding steady. I believe in 7th now, as he just passed Wilco.
Yeah, he is, and I tell you what, trying to just do what he can. There's Cody into the top 7. Big time run for him.
Yeah, especially after only taking 2 tires. Oh, looks like Brandon Meyer got a little loose in front of him there, was able to collect it up. But yeah, Cody only taking 2 tires and dropping from the lead to the back of the pack at the start of the stage here.
Jeff.
Plot able to work his way up in the 5th as Brandon Meyer got a little loose on the corner there a lap ago.
How hard is it not to get that car loose like that?
It really depends on the setup, I would say, but just gonna have to start backing your throttle up on the exit a little bit, maybe, or maybe try running a different line if you're getting loose like that. But it really just, like I said, it really depends on the setup mainly. It's like I said, some of these people might be running looser sets for when it cools off later in the race, because now it's only at 104 from 108.
Single file party, Cody. It's so interesting how the spacing starts to develop as you get into these longer runs.
Oh yeah, you're definitely able to see who's able to save their tires while maintaining speed. That and the people that's got damage is being really affected on these long runs like this.
Cox. $133 laps complete.
So how are you feeling about the Roval next week? You think it's going to be action-packed?
Oh, I think the Robal's going to be wild.
Oh yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of action and battling and probably some bumpers being used for sure. Road courses are always fun to watch. I particularly don't like driving them, but they're fun to watch.
Cody. Cox. Single file. Everybody just trying to plan here, man, for the long run. I think that's what we're seeing. Is that plan for the as we got smoke down the back. Somebody had a bad day.
So somebody just got loose off the corner.
Got loose, gathered it up.
Not a lot of action going on currently, just everybody single filed out for the most part.
Yeah, everybody's just trying to take care of everything.
This is the point in the race where it gets hard to find things to talk about sometimes, you know?
Well, it is, but it's kind of interesting, right? Because you know what's going on. You know the guys are trying to plan ahead, right?
Oh,
now
yeah.
we're in the part where you're really trying to plan forward.
Yeah, and people are trying to make sure their cars are able to make it to the final stage so they do have a chance to race there again. Looks like Mr. Anderson was able to get around Paul Galmore there just a minute ago.
Yes, he was.
Move him up in the P2. Maybe he'll be able to get a run at Cox here before the end of the stage with about 40 more laps left. He definitely has plenty of time to try to get a move going. Take a look back here. Do you think things going on the back of the field?
141. Cox. Odd. Wilco. Cox continuing to lead Paul. Rogers. Cody. Taking a look back here at Claude. Then, of course, Brandon Wilco back there also. Mary. Herring. And then fitting in that 11th spot. Rodriguez up to 15th. Look at Rodriguez go. He's made up 10 spots from where he would have been if he had just left.
That's crazy. He's 21 laps down, currently sitting 15th. It looks like he might gain another spot as Logan's on the pits, 15 laps down currently.
Right, and that can literally save his playoffs.
Oh, yeah, most definitely is. That's a lot of points right there gained. I mean, he was looking at a 27th position. Now he's currently up in 15th. That's definitely going to help him out to where he's not going to be in a must-win next week, but it's still going to be rough going. As it looks like Matt Mack is having to pit as he has a little bit of damage here. I believe he might have spun around a minute ago.
Take a look. Matt having a problem.
I'm not sure if he spun around or if he's just going in for a new set of tires here.
Looks like he may be just going down for a new set here.
He does have a slight bit of damage on the front of his car, though, but he's sitting pretty good in the lucky dog position if a caution does come out, so that will play in his favor.
Yeah, it will.
Some more of these drivers might have to come down to pits here soon. That could be start playing a little bit of interesting here, or could make things a little bit interesting here as tire strategy could come in.
Yeah.
Looks like Cody Johnson is just flying up on Rogers at the moment.
Look at that. Here comes Cody. Just closing.
It's just crazy to think 2 tires and dropped all the way to the back of the field, and he's still that fast.
Him hauling ass right now.
So he's going to move into the 4th spot here, able to clear Sean Rogers.
Yeah, that's pretty good to have that car just pull forward that quick like that.
Oh, yeah. As it looks like Anderson's actually starting to close in on Matt Cox here, and Cody's starting to close in on Paul Gallimore.
So we're starting to see the movement, right?
Yes, sir. We're starting to get a little movement here.
Slowly but surely. Nice job, 148 this time by.
Cody Johnson is actually running the fastest laps on the track currently with a 31.1 versus the leaders running a 31.2.
Very, very interesting. Taking a look right there as they roll through.
Anderson's all over the back of Matt Cox here.
What do you do here as it's kind of getting in this scenario? How hard do you go? I know Anderson is there, but you don't want to burn your stuff up either.
With about 30 laps left in the stage, I mean, you want to get the position, but at the same time, you don't want to force the issue too bad. I mean, if you're clearly that much faster than the person in front of you, eventually you're going to be able to get around them. But when it comes to about 10 to go, it's going to be the time to push as hard as you can, I feel like, for the stage points. Right now, they're just kind of cruising, and if the position comes, I believe he'll take it, but otherwise, he's probably not going to try too hard to get around him here.
Yeah, that's probably the plan right now, to be honest.
As you see him running a slightly higher lane here, just try to avoid some of that dirty air coming through 3 and 4. See if he'll do the same in 1 and 2.
Very, very, very interesting. If you can avoid it, get that right rear front out, you're in better shape.
Oh, yeah, as you notice, he's running about a lane up on the Matt Cox here, just trying to stay out of it. Seems like it's working for him. He is reeling him in slowly, but he's definitely taking his time about it, trying not to do too much, as he's able to get a look on the inside here, but wasn't able to get there.
And caution.
As we have a caution.
Take a look, and
Looks like Steve Herring.
Steve. What happened to Steve here?
Looks like he's going to get loose coming out of 2. He goes down and gets into Jeff Carson here, and Jeff Carson just finishes spinning him around. Oh, no, that was not Jeff Carson. My bad. Matt Mackin.
Yep. Oh.
He got loose right in front of Matt Mackin, who's on fresh tires.
Nothing Matt Mackin could do there.
Looks like Ron Fitton was able to avoid the incident, too. Luckily, I don't believe the 98 has a lot of damage here. His car still looks pretty straight, so this will give a chance for everybody to get on a fresh set of tires for a 30-lap shootout on the stage. He does have, Steve Herring does have a little bit of damage on the rear, but I don't think it's nothing too major. He should be able to get that fixed for the most part, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Especially with stage coming up. I mean, it might affect his stage chances here, but he'll be able to get back into the race by stage 3.
So again, we take a look at where we're at. 165, the end of stage. So we should be about 10 to go in stage when we get going.
You know, for some reason I thought it was lap 180. It is 160 something. Yep, so it'll be about 10 to go.
Really late race run. For the stage, at least.
For anyone watching, forgive me. I'm probably making a few mistakes here. I'm a little new to broadcasting. So.
You're doing fine, buddy.
As they're really tight coming into pit road here, I wonder who's going to be able to win the race off.
Yeah.
Are we going to see any two-tire strategies?
Nice. Take a look, Cody B. He'll get down pit road. There we go.
Cody only took 2 tires last time, so I believe he will take 4 this time.
Yeah. So there we go.
Here's Matt Cox having a very clear pit stop here. I'm getting word that Ron Fitton just ran 60 laps on his tires. So that does tell us that they can go pretty far on a set of tires here.
Lord almighty.
60 laps is a pretty good way. So,
yeah, it is. It's absolutely a long one.
It appears Matt Cox had a pretty slow pit stop there for some reason. I'm not sure what happened, but he lost quite a bit of positions while he was in pit road.
There he is.
Looks like Sean Anderson's going to be taking over the lead here, followed by John Rogers. And then you got the 17 of Paul Galmore. Cody Johnson just now getting off pit road. Wad moving up into the 4th position. Wilco's going to be 5th, Myring 6th, Ron Fitting in 7th, Matt Cox in 8th. Cody Johnson will be 9th, and Brandon Meyer right out your top 10. That is going to put 7 playoff drivers in the top 10 here. All of them, honestly, within the top 8. Which is definitely what they want to see. Rodriguez moving into the 14th position now as Logan is DNF'd out of the race. That's very good for him. Another spot.
All
All
right, ready
right.
to rock and roll again here, 2x2. Let's do it.
All right, got a 10-lap shootout here, I believe, correct?
Yes, sir. 10 to go on the stage. Let's do it.
As Anderson's going to get a pretty solid jump here, but the 44 of Sean Rogers is done staying on his outside pretty good. He's going to have room to drop down to the inside here in front of the 17 of Paul.
Nice job. He'll jump down.
Looks like Wilco's going to be making a move on the inside of Claude here. Go ahead, sir. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine, man. It's very interesting how this is working out right now.
Yeah, still trying to figure out what happened to Matt Cox in pits there as he lost 6 spots for some reason. But it looks like he's making his way back up in the 6th currently.
Anderson continuing to hold on.
Looks like Paul gone into the wall, coming to the exit of 2 there, trying to get around Rogers.
Man, so interesting. 157. Pretty wide behind them. That's going to be tight. Cox there, and there's the 32.
Looks like Claude was able to edge them out
one
just
car
a
in
little
the
bit.
wall hard behind them, too.
Looks like Wilco got a little bit of a touch of the wall there.
Yes, sir.
He's got minor right front damage. We'll see how that affects him as the run goes on here. Anderson just pulling away from everybody right now. He's definitely putting the pedal to the metal.
Absolutely gone. Nice.
Got a battle
here
for second here as well. It looks like they figured it out by the time I got there.
Yeah, they did a good job getting it sorted quick, too.
Chris Claude running in 4th spot right now, actually gaining on Paul and Rogers at the moment. Seems like he has a pretty good car tonight.
He does, and he's just knocking it down and keeping it rolling, man. Very, very nice work.
You want to show everybody all because he's the person that runs everything don't mean he can't run with the big boys, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, and doing a pretty good job of it, by the way.
Anderson's already put almost a 1.5 gap on the field since that last restart there.
Oh, he's just working it right now.
I wonder how it's going to affect him after stage, though. I think some people might come down and take another set of tires here. Or...
Yeah, and
they're only
that's the
running
thing.
about 10 laps.
Yeah, I mean, do you burn another set here?
I mean, as hard as he's pushing, he might have to, but there's, I mean, there's
car
still
in the wall,
quite a
car
bit
in the
left.
wall. Car in the wall hard behind him, hard for Brandon Muir. No caution, but he has destroyed the 71. Let's take a look at what happened off of turn 2.
Looks like he blew his motor there.
Let's take a look.
You know who's going to love to see that? Rodriguez, as he might gain another spot here, putting him in the 13th position.
Oh, man.
That was a massive hit.
Oh. Not what you want to see there, but it happens, man. Coming to the end of stage here very soon. Man, we're not going to have many cars take green for the final stage.
No, sir. There's only 10 cars on the lead lap currently. I believe Jeff Carson is going to get lucky dog this time by, but he'll still be a lap down as he's currently 2 laps down. That's only going to leave 10 cars on the lead lap, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, we started tonight with a lot more than 10, but we're going to end the night with 10.
Oh, I don't think Rodriguez is going to gain any more spots as it
Nope,
appears
he's
he's
out.
blown his motor. So we currently only have 12 cars running out of a 28 car field.
Man, this
Virtually over half of the field is gone.
There's a yellow. So, Anderson pulling it together here. Nice job for Anderson.
Showing some really good speed there on that 10 lap run as he was able to put over a 2-second gap on everybody in the field.
That's crazy, man.
Rodgers coming into P2 for the stage. Got Myron in P3, Cox in P4. Paul will be rounding out your top 5 here. Wilco in 6. Claude fell back to 7th. Ron Fitting with a P8 there. Some good playoff points for him. Cody Johnson, 9th place, and Steve Herring in 10th.
So, what do you think of the race overall tonight so far?
I think besides the few minor wrecks of people getting loose and stuff like that, it's been some pretty good racing. I mean, a lot of single file action, but I mean, that's kind of the racing you come to expect at Kansas. You know, it's kind of like a one groove track with everybody trying to save tire and all that.
Yes, sir.
But I got a feeling things are going to heat up as this is the final stage here after we get a few more laps in.
Yes,
I
sir.
believe we still got 100 laps left. It'll probably be about 100 or 98 by the time they go back green here.
Most likely, yeah. All right, we're going to take one more commercial break. When we come back, we'll be ready for green. All right, on our way back here, green flag in the air, back under the way for the final stage of the evening here tonight. Rogers there, Anderson, Maring, Cody B right there as well, up to speed. Nice job. Nice work right now as they're up to speed once again. Nice job hanging on, fighting their way through.
All right. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine, buddy, and they are getting after it, my man.
Looks like Rogers into the lead there. No, Anderson, my bad.
And they're already getting to it, ain't they?
Looks like Ron Fitton's got his way up into 6th place. I believe that's the highest he's been today. Matt Cox is 5th. Cody Johnson back up in the 4th. I believe he was running 8th whenever the stage ended there.
All right. Yeah, and they're getting it figured out, ain't they? They're doing a great job.
100%. I believe I'm going to keep an eye on Maring here once we get a little bit farther into the run, as he's been getting loose off the exits of the corners here. A couple times earlier in the 2nd stage, I believe.
And just digging to the bottom. And so much great racing we've seen here tonight.
Looks like we got a little battle going on for 2nd place here between Rogers and Maring.
They're just digging right now, man. They're digging hard. Man, I am so excited to see how all this stands out, man.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. That is for sure. I'm really curious on if we get a late race caution. It's going to make it like a 5 to go or 3 to go or anything like that. 'Cause that's definitely going to throw a wrench in a lot of people's plans. I will say though, Mr. Fitton, like I said, in 6th place, he really needs these playoff points here, as I believe he's close to the bubble. Let's go look at our points real quick. Oops. All right. Alright, it looks like Ron Fitton and John Wilco are going to be really close on the playoff bubble here, with the Yeko being a 9th. Tyler Hunter, who I don't believe is racing tonight, is currently sitting in 10th, and Chris Claude in 11th. So the way it's looking right now, Chris is probably going to end up passing Diego here. Ron and John are probably going to be staying about the same position. So Diego's going to have a really rough week next week if he's... now that he's officially out of the race and currently sitting P14th.
Yes, sir, and he is absolutely getting after it, trying to figure all this out, and what do you do? Man, look
Someone
at
else
him.
to do
Anderson, and then Maring, and then Cody B. Rogers, all right there in the mix with Cod and Wilco there also.
Oh yeah, they're definitely battling out for 2nd position at the moment. Someone else who didn't show up this week, Tyler Hunter. I noticed he isn't in the field, as he's probably gonna have a rough week next week, as he's currently sitting 10th in points for the playoffs here.
It's going to be interesting to see moving forward how that works out. Man, Nice slide right now. Oh man, just digging single file. Anderson continuing to pull away, take a look behind him, a little bit of side-by-side action.
Yeah, I think these boys battling for second, third, and fourth need to try to work together here and get caught up to Anderson, as he's starting to put on a little bit of a clinic and almost a full second ahead of everybody there. As Cody Johnson's starting to pull away from third and fourth here as they're still battling it out.
Very, very interesting to see how this works. And you see Cody B trying to get there, trying to do everything he can. Cody just digging. Man.
As Paul Galmore is having to come down pits for some reason. I don't know if he has some damage or something here, or if he's just trying to pit early to try to make it the rest of the way.
Oh boy. Nice fight right now. Anderson continuing to lead. Man, this is so much fun to watch, buddy. I'm impressed. Like I said, I love this style of racing when it gets into this planning things. Long-term type of thing.
I don't mind the strategize, but most of the time whenever I make strategies, cautions tend to mess that up for me.
Yeah. .183 this time by. So again, right now you just kind of roll through, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, if I was racing, I'd still be in relaxed mode. I mean, you got a good 80 some laps left right now. You got another pit cycle you're gonna have to go through, at least one, maybe even two. So I mean, I wasn't being too big of a rush myself. I'd just be kind of chilling and waiting to see what I can make happen later on. But before too much longer, we will be seeing them going for go time, you know. Like I said, though, I believe Mr. Fitton was able to go 60 laps on one set of tires, so we could see someone try to stretch some fuel out or something here, possibly.
You just gotta stretch it out the best you can, right?
Looks like we got some cheers for the 01 in the chat. Mr. Myring.
Can Myring move up and get it done? That's another question.
He has been running pretty strong tonight. I think he's got loose maybe a couple times off the corners, but otherwise he's been near the front the whole night.
Very interesting how that's working right now.
As Anderson is just absolutely dominating for this third stage so far.
Yeah, he is. He's absolutely on it.
If you remember in stage 2, Paul did the same thing, and Matt Cox was able to reel him back in after about 20 or 30 laps and passed by him here, but we'll see how that plays out.
So again, as you work through here and you're trying to figure it out, what you need and where you need to go, it's going to be very interesting long term.
still trying to figure out what's going on with Paul here. As he's had a fast car all night, and he's currently 6 laps down, sitting in the pits. But it doesn't look like he has any damage to his car.
Well, right now, man, everybody pretty equal spacing out front. So what's your thoughts here as this grinds on here? Do you think Anderson can run away with it?
That's very possible. He is definitely a pretty good driver. I know Matt Cox is pretty fast sometimes too. I mean, but it's just going to come down to tire management and who's able to get a better pit stop here, and what time you do pit. Because I mean, pitting early could be advantageous, or really just depends on your strategies. There could be 2 tire calls, anything. So speed wise, yeah, I definitely say he could, but strategy wise, you never know.
Yeah, strategy will get you if you're not careful.
I mean, because all it takes is somebody to pit a little early and take 2 tires and get lucky.
Yeah, that's literally it.
As we've seen drivers take 2 tires to be able to hold on, to positions for 30, 40 laps. So, I mean, it's definitely a possibility, and
Yeah.
it does work, as we've seen.
192 half laps in. Rogers pitting. Claude back here taking a look at Wilco there as well. What do you do if you're Wilco?
I mean, running top 10 might not have the best speed of the night, but I mean, he's been running up here near the top 10 the whole race. So I would definitely be happy about that. I mean, and like I said earlier, you never know. Could be a late race caution. He's able to pick up a few more spots, or he could end up having a pretty good long run here and nab a couple more as well.
Yeah, what can you? It's going to be interesting. And I'm looking, is there any strategies you could play?
Well, I've noticed there's a couple people running 5th gear, and there's a couple people running 4th gear if you look at the in-cars.
Right.
And it seems like that could be different strategies between people. It's like Anderson, the leader, is running 5th, and Matt Cox, right behind him, is running in 4th. Same for 3rd and 4th here. I mean, that could play out on tire saving as well here. Different speeds and the way people are taking the corners. That and also fuel management running in 5th gear.
You just got to kind of just manage, right? Anderson can take one to roll. Then you got 7/10 back Cox right now.
Yeah, it seems like Matt Cox is starting to slowly reel in Anderson here. Cody Johnson's not really gaining nor losing, and Meyring's falling back just a hair.
Anderson continuing to just maintain about 7/10 up front right now. So again, right now, 197 on the board.
Crossing over to 198. We should have about 69 laps left. It's about to be go time. People are about to have to start pushing here. Try to get a few more points and spots before the end of the race. I'd say in about 10 to 20 laps, we're probably going to see a couple green flag pit stops if it continues to go green like this.
So again, as you work right now, Anderson pulling, Cox, then it's Johnson, Merring there as well. Fitting. Claude Wilco there. I'm still shocked that we're kind of down to this amount of cars this late, man.
Yeah, 11 cars left out of 28. I mean, that just goes to show that some people are just have not had very good nights tonight. That is for sure. But I mean, some people are able to recover a little bit. As for example, Rodriguez able to make his way back up to 14th as he's currently out of the race now. But Mike Cox is slowly reeling in Anderson, starting to cut that gap down by a few hundredths. Cody Johnson also starting to reel in Anderson here as he's went from 1.7 to 1.5 seconds back.
Very, very interesting to how that's beginning to close, right? Little by little.
Yes, sir. But Anderson did take off pretty hot out the gate, so I mean, he's not really losing enough to be too worried about it before pit cycle, so I don't think he's too stressed about it right now.
Man, oh man. Just keep digging right now.
So we're having a pretty good long green flag run here for our third stage with only 11 people left running on the track.
Man, oh man. I'm very excited and proud of how tonight's race went, by the way.
That's good, man. I'm honestly, I figured there'd be a lot more cautions, but with the amount of people that's kind of DNF'd, it's kind of cleared itself up, and it's been some pretty good racing tonight. I mean, it's a lot of single file action, but it's good to see some green flag laps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it was rough earlier, but we kind of just got it going and got it figured out, right?
Yes, sir. It also is probably helping the track temps down to 100 degrees now, so it's probably not
out of
as
shape there.
greasy.
He gathered it up, but he got big time out of shape.
Looks like he just got loose off the exit of 2. It's good that he was able to save it there, but they're probably going to see people starting to come down to pit before too much longer, as we have about 60 laps left to go. A little over. About 62 laps left to go. I'd say the pit window is getting pretty close to being open for most of these drivers here, if they choose to do so.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's been so much fun tonight, dude. It's been great. Well, there you go. We're continuing to just roll through, buddy.
As Matt Cox is starting to gain heavily on Anderson now, as he's closed the gap from 0.6 to 0.3. Makes me wonder if Anderson's saving a little bit of tire, or if he's burnt his tires up a little bit early in the run here.
Yeah, that makes me wonder too, bud. It's going to be very interesting, that's for sure.
Oh, a lot of strong cars out here tonight, though. We did lose a couple of good drivers. Dylan Banks out, and Brandon Myers running near the front. Paul Gallimore, who was running near the front all race.
Right. Like I said, this has been a fun night.
Oh, so we got Rogers spinning around the apron trying to go down to the pits here.
Oh, hang on to it, Rogers.
Looks like he collected it back up. He's going to be able to go down the pit lane. Let's see what happened here. He just caught that seam going into the pits, it looks like. Just looped him, almost looped him around. He's able to collect it up. That's going to cost him some precious time. Let's see what he does here. It's going to be a 4-tire stop for Rogers.
That's not great.
No, you hate to see that, but at least he didn't hit the wall or anything, so he's gonna be able to recover from that.
That's
especially having 4 fresh stickers. As long as nobody else comes down to pit here soon, he should still be able to make up some time here. Cody Johnson starting to fall back from the leaders here. Cox is still about 3.3 back from Anderson at the moment. Ron Fitton currently sitting in P5. Chris Cloud in P6. Both having great races today. John Wilco in P7. And Steve Herring in P8. And that'll be everyone on the lead lap currently.
Well, there you go. Going to be very interesting to 11 on the board to how this works out, man.
Yep, so far Rogers is the only one that's pitted. We'll try to keep an eye on him, see if he's able to get back around later or anything here.
So right now we've kind of settled in, I would say, man.
Oh yeah. Definitely a lot of single file spread out action going on at Kansas Motor Speedway. As I believe Matt Cox is going into pits this time. Will anyone else follow him in here? Doesn't look like it.
Not as of yet, anyway.
He gets into his pit box pretty clean here. Looks like Matt Cox is also going to go for a 4-tire strategy here. As he was able to get in and out of his pit pretty solid.
Man, it's so interesting to watch these guys go at it, right?
Kind of a little robotic for me at the moment, bud.
What about now? You got me now, bud? You got me there, buddy?
Kind of robotic still.
Oh, crap. I'm a robot. Oh. What about now? Am I still a robot? Anderson Cody right there hanging on.
There we go.
There we go. Sorry about that. Discord tried to mess up their mirroring fitting there. There's Claude. What about Wilco and Steve back there also?
A couple of these guys would definitely love to see a caution be able to maintain some track position here as the 32 and 44 would pit already.
2:16 on the board here tonight. Do you think Anderson's got enough to get it to victory lane?
I honestly do. He's been running pretty solid all night. I mean, I think he's going to come in to take a 2-tire strategy if I had to guess and try to keep the lead out here. But we'll see how it plays out for him here as Cox took a 4-tire strategy. He should be a lot faster than Anderson at the moment. So he is definitely going to be gaining some time here. It appears Matt Macklin's coming off pit road, currently 3 laps down. Chris Claude taking down the pit road this time.
Man.
I believe that leaves us 6 drivers that still need to pit on the lead lap here.
Nice job. Man.
As we have about 50 laps to go this time by. Gonna be 49 now. Anderson still in the lead with the 2-second gap over Cody Johnson.
Just keeping on digging, right?
Oh, Cody and Myron side by side for second place going into 1 and 2 here.
There we
As
go.
Myron's able to clear him coming on the exit. That was a pretty solid pass by Myron.
A really good pass,
Looks like Cody's trying to go back on the inside here, going into 3 and 4. Side by side again, coming on the exit as I see smoke going into the pit lane. Looks like everybody's all right there. Not sure who that was.
Anderson continuing to hang on right now. Oh, Anderson with a problem back straight away. Out of shape.
Looks like he just got loose off of 2 there.
Yeah.
Big time.
Big time slide.
At least he had a pretty good gap between them, so he's able to kind of maintain and stay in the 3rd place here.
Man. Taking a look at Johnson continuing to lead right now. Maring, Anderson right there. They're starting to really stack up here, man. It's interesting when they start really
make things a lot more interesting.
Go ahead.
That's definitely going to make things a lot more interesting, as that's going to allow Cox to gain time since he's already pitted and got 4 first tires on Anderson there.
There we go.
Once Anderson does decide to come down a pit.
So Cody B trying to hold him there. What do you think? Can he do it?
I think it's gonna be pretty close. I'm assuming whenever he pits, Matt Cox might be taking back over the lead, but I'm not 100% sure here. It's gonna be a pretty close race with him coming off pit road whenever he does decide to pit here.
Yes, sir.
How much longer do you think these drivers will wait to pit as we're getting ready to, we're getting pretty close to 40 to go?
I think by my numbers, it'll be a bit, I'm thinking. At least right now. Right? Like, what do you do and when do you do it?
Well, there's the issue of you got people like Matt Cox and Sean Rogers that's already pitted and are on fresh tires, and they're currently gaining time on you as you're still out on old tires. As it looks like Anderson has decided to come down a pit after his little slip up out of 2 getting loose here.
There you go.
We'll see where he falls back into the field. That leaves 3 cars on the lead lap that still need to pit.
Man, it's going to be
As it looks like Myring and Ron Fitting will be coming down pits this time, leaving Cody Johnson as the only car left to pit.
It's going to be really interesting, really quick.
Looks like Anderson will be able to stay on the lead lap here.
Pit road, Cody B. He didn't get a speeding, but man, that was crazy. He locked it up, slid it in there.
Yeah, that seems to be hurting people some. He was carrying a pretty good amount of speed in there. Luckily, he didn't hit the wall or anything.
That could have been really bad.
Oh, yeah, but that is going to allow for Matt Cox and Matt Cox to gain a lot of time here and get a chance to take over the lead.
226 laps on the board here tonight. Absolutely insane here. So again, we're right down to it.
As Matt Cox will be taking over the lead, as Cody Johnson is still on pits currently. Sean Rogers will be taking over second place here. And
Right.
Mr. Anderson will be taking over third. Followed real closely by Myring, possibly taking over fourth here.
So again, Cox right there in
Oh,
the 32. Go ahead.
Johnson was actually able to maintain second place. I figured with him sliding into pits like that, he would lose a little bit of time, but apparently not. Because it looks like Anderson is getting ready to make a pass on Rogers here.
Man, he got so lucky.
You know what? I figured out what was wrong. I was behind a little bit there. There we go. All caught up now.
So again, we're closing on 37 to go tonight here. Man, this is going to be big.
Now is going to be the time that everyone's going to start putting everything on the line here and trying to get some momentum build up to try to catch up to Matt Cox here, as he has a 8-second gap over second place currently. But he did pit about 15 to 20 laps sooner than everybody, so his tires might be a little bit more worn out. We'll have to see how that plays out as the run goes here.
Nice work, Cody B. 230 this time by, with Cox out front, continuing to lead. So again, if you're Cox, just keep hitting your marks right now, man. No reason to push the issue, really, at all at this point. Just do what you're doing. .231, taking a look at Rogers. Cody B right there. So Cox continuing to dominate right at the moment.
As it looks like Matt Cox is a little bit slower than them, as the gap has closed down from 8 seconds currently to 6.6. 6.2 now.
They're slowly closing, right? Last time
slowly
by
closing.
31.16 or 30.116 to a 30.151. Interesting. Cody.
Cody's running about 0.6, 0.7 faster a lap right now than Matt Cox, as he's closing in almost a second a lap here. It's going to be pretty close to the closing laps. We're probably going to see a pretty good battle here for the lead. Anderson not too far behind Cody Johnson itself. Might be a three-way battle for the lead coming into the closing 10 laps of the race here. As it appears we got somebody going through the infield. Steve Herring. Steve Herring in the 98.
Cox.
Looks like he's going to be able to keep it down there and not cause a caution.
Nice work. So again, they're continuing to really move forward towards the end here.
Oh yes, Cody Johnson and Anderson are running about 30.6, and Matt Cox is currently running about 30.9 to 31 second lap times.
Very interesting to see. 4.49 now in the gap.
We got about 30 laps left to go here in this race.
So, who do you think gets it done here? Do you think Cox can hang on? You think Cody can get there?
I think without a caution, Cox is gonna be kind of a sitting duck currently with the lap time differences, but I think it's gonna come down between Cody Johnson and Anderson here, as they seem to be reeling him in, and it really just depends on if Anderson can catch up to Johnson.
Yeah, it's about a 30 lap run to the end here. Going to be really, really interesting to the end here. If they get there, they're going to mix it up too, right? So, how does that play off of this?
I think Matt Cox's best chance is going to be using the dirty air to try to slow Cody Johnson down here once he gets caught up and make him a little tight.
Right.
See if he can burn up his tires trying to make him go around him here.
Man, this is going to be insane coming to the end. Taking a look here, gap now 4.1. Continuing to close.
As their lap times are actually starting to get pretty close and similar. Matt Cox with 30.9 that last time by, and Cody Johnson with the 30.8, so his lap times are definitely slowing down. Anderson with the 30.803.
And continuing. Cox continuing to do exactly what he needs to do here. Just try to get his marks, try to keep him behind him. But that's going to be a very, very hard task. I appreciate the effort, though, trying to keep that car up there. Could be big if he could do it, but he's going to have some work.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't necessarily have to win, but it would definitely do good for him going into the next round.
Yeah, it really would.
As it appears, Matt Cox is coming up on the lap car of Chris Claude here.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Chris will probably get out of the way and not hold him up too much, but you never know.
He just needs, if he's got a shot, that gap continuing to be 3.5. If he's got a shot here of holding them at bay, he needs everything to go right.
Most definitely, for sure.
Because if he don't, you're going to be in trouble.
So it looks like he's going to be able to clear Chris Claude coming out of turn 4 here.
So again, across the stripe once again. Closing on 20 to go. Gap 3.5. You see Anderson right in the tire tracks of Johnson. Boy, oh boy. Oh my gosh. They are absolutely digging, man. Coming down to it. Cox continuing to lead.
It appears that the times are starting to equal out for everybody here for first, second, and third.
Yep.
Only about 0.1 of a difference now.
Cody. Anderson. Nice job. .246. Here comes Cody.
It appears Anderson's starting to catch up to Cody here. Might have a battle for second place in the closing laps here. About 20 to go this next time by.
So 140 or 247 Cox there. 3.6 there for Harris or Anderson there as well.
Yes, since he was able to get that pass done on Cody Johnson that time. Does Anderson got enough left in the tank to catch up to Cox here in the closing 20 laps?
Big time work.
What's your thoughts, man? You think Anderson's going to be able to catch up to Matt here?
It's going to be tough, man, with 20 to go. It looks like he's
Yes.
slowing down.
Yeah, it looks like the lap times are starting to equal out a little bit as Anderson ran a 30.9 that last time and Cox with a 30.1 or 31. So their lap times are getting pretty similar. They might have to hope for a caution here as Anderson and Johnson had a couple issues getting on the pit road that during the pit cycles here. Cost them a little bit of time.
Cox. 3.3. Nice job, Cox, Anderson, Cody.
As it appears, Cox will be running into some lap traffic here of Mr. Wilco in 7th place. Currently 7 cars on the lead lap. Hopefully he's able to get around Wilco pretty quick here. Doesn't slow him up too much as Anderson's still slowly closing in on him.
Right. So again, 3.2 continuing to be the gap right now. Mirroring. Taking a look at Rogers. But Cox continuing to lead. Nice job. 16
Crazy
to go.
to think we've had 21 lead changes today.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy, man.
That's actually quite a bit, and we ain't really had too awful many cautions today. It's been a lot of green flag laps since stage 2. Stage 3, I don't even think we've had a single caution so far.
15 to go.
It looks like the times have completely stalled out here, and there's no time being gained from second to first currently.
So again, right now, taking a look, 3.2 right now.
Still running almost identical times. Pierce Cox might have the better strategy of pitting early to get that time game there, as the tires have seemed to kind of equal out for everybody.
Man, they are just ain't that weird at that time that he was gaining just kind of died off the way it did.
Well, they were it don't help that whenever they pit, they did have some issues getting down pit road, and kind of I believe Anderson got loose going down in the pits, and then Cody also locked his brakes going into pits, so they lost a little bit of time there. So those first few laps of having the fresh tire advantage, they had to push really hard and burnt their
Yeah.
tires up a little bit.
Yeah.
Right now, I'd say they're probably praying for a caution, but not sure they're going to get one with it coming to 10 to go. I mean, it's been really good green flag running here in the third stage. Not really a lot of issues. We did have someone going through the grass on the front stretch there, but no caution was brought out for that as he was able to recover his vehicle.
So again, Cox. Man, this is insane.
Definitely a really long run on those tires, as he pit about 15 to 20 laps sooner than anyone else.
Man, the gap 4.5.
Actually, looks like he's running faster than second place now, as second place is starting to fall back a little bit here.
Cody, 11 to go. Cox continuing to move. Man, that gap just staying the same right now. Very, 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 very interesting. Do we get a late race yellow here tonight, bud?
It definitely throw a wrench in Cox's plan here. He's got a pretty good gap right now. He's looking like he's definitely going to win the race. It would definitely ruin his race here. So
Yeah.
But you never know. And then with caution brings strategy.
Going to be very difficult, but can he do it? 9 to go.
We currently only have 6 cars on the lead lap at the moment here.
9 to go. If you're Anderson, if you're these guys back here, you're praying for a caution.
Oh, most definitely. I would be very much hoping for a caution back here. Probably take a 2-tire stop and hope I can get a chance to win here. As it appears Cox is coming up on some lap traffic of Matt Mackin here. Able to get around here, no problem on the side.
Man, it's going to be nuts here.
About 7 laps to go this time by.
And that gap's still about the same too, man.
Yeah, I believe Anderson's actually lost a little bit of ground on him, as it's about 4.5 now from 4.2.
Cox continuing to move. Cox doing everything right tonight to go to victory lane.
It looks like Anderson's trying to make a late race charge here, picking up a little bit of pace and time on his lap times here.
Nice work. Cox. Anderson. Cody. Five to go. Anderson. Just not close enough, man.
He's most definitely going to need a caution with only 5 laps left to go. 4-second gap's pretty hard to close here, as he's working his way around some lap cars as well.
Cody. Meering trying to close on Cody here. That'd be a battle for third late. 3 to go. Cox, 3 to go. Anderson. Nice work here, man. It's been a heck of a night. Wow.
As it appears we had Chris Clark coming down pit road for some reason. That Mac and being the last car on still running on track. Currently in 11th position.
So right now, coming to the white flag. If he sees the white, man, he's pretty much got this one.
Oh yeah, definitely the 4-second gap. He's just gotta cruise it and take his time and bring it on home. Doesn't
1 to
need any
go.
mistakes here.
Coming to the checkered flag this time by. Here we go.
Coming out of turn 4, Matt Cox, your Kansas Motor Speedway winner.
Nice work for Cox. Anderson
Bring it home
checkered.
in P2.
Cody coming through, gonna hold off Marion for third. Cody's gonna come home third.
Marion 4th. You're gonna have Rogers coming home in 5th. Ron Fitton bringing it home in 6th. As Rogers takes the infield.
There you go.
You'll have, looks like Wilco is going to be bringing it home for 7th as he has some issues on the backstretch here.
So there you have it.
Steve Herring going to be 8th. Jeff Carson 9th. And Matt Mackin will round out your top 10.
Cox. Victory lane. Let's talk to him. Matt Cox, man, you played that one right. You'll go to victory lane here tonight.
Yeah. Little strategy or pit stop strategy paid off.
Nice work, man.
Notice you went in about 15 to 20 laps sooner than anyone else, and a couple other drivers had a few issues going into pit road. How did you feel about your strategy there?
Felt pretty good about it as long as it stayed green. Felt like I had probably the best long run car. We just couldn't really show it off with the dirty air, trying to offset, and you have to run weird lines to try and keep the car clean. But I knew if I got the clean air, I'd be able to hold them off if I got a big enough gap, and thankfully I did. So.
Oh yeah, dirty
All
air
worked
is a
out.
very big factor here. How did you feel about the first few stages with the cautions that was happening, and then it clearing up at stage 3 for a long green flag run?
I mean, I just try to stay away from all the shenanigans. I feel good about not getting involved in any of them, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how many cars we had running there at the end, but it felt like probably
There was
10.
only 11 left out of 28 cars.
Yeah, it's kind of just survival of the fittest and have a run at the end there. So that was really the whole game plan. The playoffs generally, I think I've got a pretty decent points buffer. So just try to keep the car clean, and then if we have anything at the end, we'll go and try and win the race.
Oh yeah, that's definitely always a good strategy, and now you're getting them extra bonus points to carry over into the next round to help you out a little bit.
Yeah, that's always nice too.
Right. Matt, you got any more questions for him?
Congrats, buddy.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Alrighty. Well, we'll see you next week, my man.
All right, sounds good, guys.
See you
Have a
at
good
the
night.
Roval.
You too, man.
See you. Bye.
All right. All right, let's grab Anderson down here. If I can locate him, that is.
I don't believe he's in a voice channel.
We'll skip
Dang,
over
I
to
don't
Cody
see Johnson
B.
either.
Well, man, we'll give him just a second, but what a night it was, buddy.
Oh yeah, stage 3 green flag all the way. Very surprising to be honest, but with the amount of cars that got DNF'd today from wrecks and other incidents, I mean, it's fair enough. Should definitely be a green flag round with only 11 cars running.
There we go, man. Well, congrats, bud. Great job on the call tonight, too.
I appreciate you. How you feeling going in the next week, man? I mean,
it's gonna be nuts.
Oh yeah, you got any picks you're thinking for next week?
I think Cox goes back to back. That's what I think.
Back to back.
Back to back.
That'd be pretty interesting to see. I'm gonna say Dylan or Tane. I think that's gonna be my picks if Tane shows up next week
Yes, sir.
again. But I appreciate you letting me in the booth this week, man.
Yes, sir. It was a fun night, man. Thanks for joining me. And folks,